In this section of our CISSP certification course, we will focus on Domain 7, Security Operations, specifically on the implementation of disaster recovery (DR) processes. Disaster recovery is a critical part of maintaining operations during any crisis, ensuring minimal downtime and data loss. Through this module, we will delve into the importance of DR, its objectives, and its relationship with business continuity planning. These concepts are essential for creating a resilient organizational infrastructure capable of withstanding and rapidly recovering from unexpected disruptions. In this slide, we're diving into the foundation of disaster recovery, DR processes. First, let's highlight the importance of DR. Disaster recovery is crucial for maintaining operations during a crisis. It's about ensuring that the organization can continue to function with minimal downtime and data loss following a disruptive event. The objectives of DR planning are pivotal. They include creating strategies to recover data, systems, and operations swiftly and efficiently. This planning is not just a reactive measure. It's an essential part of proactive risk management. DR isn't standalone. It works hand in hand with business continuity planning, BCP. While DR focuses on restoring IT infrastructure and data access, BCP encompasses broader strategies to ensure critical business functions can continue during and after a disaster. In summary, disaster recovery processes are integral to organizational resilience, helping to safeguard against extensive disruptions and ensuring ongoing operational viability. On this slide, we are diving into some of the key concepts critical to understanding disaster recovery, DR. First, we have the Recovery Time Objective, RTO, which defines the maximum acceptable downtime for operations. Essentially, it's the targeted duration of time within which a business process must be restored after a disruption to avoid unacceptable consequences. Next, there's the Recovery Point Objective, RPO. This metric specifies the maximum acceptable amount of data loss measured in time. It helps in determining how often data backups should be performed to ensure business continuity in case of an incident. Lastly, we have the Maximum Tolerable Outage, MTO. This is the total time a business can survive without its critical systems up and running before it faces significant or irreversible damage. Understanding MTO is crucial for making informed decisions about the necessary investments in DR strategies. These concepts, RTO, RPO, and MTO, form the foundation for any effective DR plan, helping organizations to define clear goals and align their recovery strategies effectively. In this slide, we focus on the crucial steps needed to develop a robust disaster recovery (DR) plan. First, you start with a risk assessment to identify potential threats such as natural disasters or technological issues. This step is essential to understand what risks your organization faces. Next, conduct a business impact analysis (BIA). This helps in evaluating the consequences of disruptions in business processes. The insights gained from BIA are critical to prioritize what needs the most immediate attention. After understanding the risks and impacts, the next step is strategy development. Here, you will create strategies for mitigation, response, and recovery. Plan development follows, where you document the specific procedures and actions required to recover from disasters. This plan should be comprehensive and accessible to all stakeholders. Finally, the plan must be rigorously tested and maintained. Regular testing ensures the plan's effectiveness and helps in identifying any necessary updates or improvements. Maintenance keeps the plan relevant as the business environment changes. These steps form the foundation of a reliable disaster recovery plan, ensuring your organization can respond effectively to disruptions and maintain critical operations. In this slide, we delve into the first critical step in developing a disaster recovery DR plan: risk assessment. The goal of risk assessment is to identify potential threats that could disrupt your business operations. These threats can be broadly categorized into natural disasters, such as earthquakes and floods, and technological threats, including cyber attacks and hardware failures. To systematically identify and evaluate these risks, various tools and commands can be utilized. For example, Nmap can be used to scan your network for vulnerabilities. Executing a command like nmap-sv192.168.1.wal24 can reveal open ports and services, helping to expose potential security gaps. Another robust tool for vulnerability scanning is Nessus. With commands like Nessus update to keep your database current and Nessus scan run file example.scan to execute a scan, Nessus provides detailed insights into vulnerabilities that need to be addressed. By identifying these threats early on through comprehensive risk assessments, you can establish a solid foundation for your DR plan. This ensures that you are prepared for a variety of disruptive events, thereby safeguarding your critical business functions and assets. In this slide, we delve into business impact analysis, or BIA, a crucial step in disaster recovery planning. The primary purpose of BIA is to identify critical business functions and processes and determine the impact that their disruption would have. There are several key components to consider during a BIA. 1. Financial impact. This involves analyzing potential revenue losses and extra costs that could arise due to a disruption. For example, you could perform a scenario analysis for a data center outage and assess the revenue loss per hour of downtime. 2. Operational impact. Here we evaluate how disruptions can affect day-to-day operations, such as production halts or delays in service delivery, and how these translate into operational inefficiencies. 3. Legal and regulatory impact. It's essential to understand the legal implications and compliance requirements that might be affected by disruptions. This helps ensure that the organization remains compliant even in adverse situations. Through such detailed analysis, organizations can prioritize recovery efforts based on the criticality and impact of their operations, ensuring a more resilient disaster recovery plan. Now, let's focus on strategy development for disaster recovery, DR. The approaches to consider include hot sites, warm sites, and cold sites. Each type of site has different characteristics and capabilities, which will influence your choice based on the specific needs of your organization. Hot sites are fully operational environments that can be activated immediately in the event of a disruption. They are equipped with all necessary hardware, software, and connectivity, allowing for minimal downtime. However, they come with higher costs due to their comprehensive setup. Warm sites are partially configured environments that require some setup and data synchronization to become fully operational. They offer a middle ground in terms of cost and recovery speed. Cold sites, on the other hand, are basic facilities with no active technology until required. These are the most cost-effective, but also have the longest recovery times, as all the necessary equipment and data need to be brought in and configured from scratch. Selection criteria for these DR strategies include cost and the recovery time objective, RTO, and recovery point objective, RPO requirements of your organization. Additionally, resource availability must be assessed to determine whether you have the necessary assets, both human and technological, to support the chosen approach. The next step, after choosing a strategy, involves the practical aspects of implementing the DR plan effectively. Now that we've discussed the different strategies for disaster recovery, let's move on to the practical side of putting your DR plan into action. Implementing the disaster recovery plan involves several key steps. The first step is to allocate the necessary resources, which includes both financial investment and the technology required for recovery. Next, it's crucial to conduct comprehensive staff training to ensure everyone involved is well prepared. This also ties into defining clear roles and responsibilities so that during an incident, everyone knows exactly what their tasks are. For example, you might designate an incident commander who oversees the entire DR process, a technical recovery team responsible for the technical aspects of recovery, and a communications team to handle internal and external communication during the incident. By clearly defining these roles and providing adequate training, your organization will be much better prepared to effectively implement the DR plan when needed. This slide focuses on the testing phase of your disaster recovery DR plan. Testing is a critical component to ensure your plan is effective and can be executed properly when needed. There are different types of tests you can conduct. 1. Tabletop exercises. These are discussion-based sessions where team members review and walk through the process of responding to a scenario. For example, you might have a scenario like a cyber attack on your database server. The objective here would be to validate your incident response procedures in a low-pressure environment. 2. Simulation exercises. These tests are more hands-on and involve simulating an actual disaster, but without causing any real disruption to operations. 3. Full interruption tests. This type of test is the most intensive and involves shutting down systems to test how well the DR plan works in a real-world scenario. Conducting these tests helps identify gaps in the plan, clarify roles and responsibilities, and ensure everyone is well prepared to act appropriately during a real disaster. In this section, we're focusing on the crucial aspect of maintaining and updating your disaster recovery DR plan. Just like any critical component of your business strategy, a DR plan is not a set-it-and-forget-it document. It requires ongoing activities to ensure its effectiveness. First, let's talk about regular reviews. These should be scheduled periodically, ideally biannually, to assess the current plan's adequacy. Over time, you'll need to update the plan based on lessons learned from incident response exercises or real-life events. This helps you refine procedures and tighten any gaps identified during testing. Furthermore, it's essential to incorporate any new risks that emerge. This could be from changes within your organization's operations, newly identified vulnerabilities, or external factors like technological advancements and regulatory changes. A practical tip to streamline this process: schedule these biannual reviews and updates in advance. By setting these dates on your calendar, you ensure that the plan remains a top priority and receives the attention it deserves. By maintaining and updating your DR plan regularly, you'll be better prepared to handle any disruptions that come your way, ensuring smoother and more effective recovery processes. In this concluding section, we summarize the core aspects we've covered about disaster recovery, DR. Firstly, we discuss the vital role of DR in ensuring business operations remain uninterrupted during unforeseen events. Key components such as risk assessment, business impact analysis, BIA, strategy formulation, implementation, and testing were highlighted as foundational to a robust DR plan. Continuous improvement is essential. Always be prepared to refine and enhance your DR plan based on new insights and evolving risks. As your next steps, it's crucial to conduct a BIA for your organization, which will help in determining the criticality of various business functions and the potential impact of disruptions. Based on this, you can develop a comprehensive DR plan and rigorously test it to ensure it meets your organizational needs effectively. For further reading and to deepen your understanding of disaster recovery DR planning, I highly recommend diving into the following sources. First, the NIST Special Publication 834, titled Contingency Planning Guide for IT Systems, offers comprehensive guidelines on creating a robust disaster recovery plan tailored for IT infrastructure. Additionally, the ISO/IEC 27031 provides guidelines for information and communication technology, ICT, readiness for business continuity. This standard outlines best practices for ensuring that your ICT is resilient and prepared to maintain business operations during a disruption. For more detailed insights, consider reading Disaster Recovery Planning for IT Professionals and Business Continuity and Disaster Recovery Planning for IT Professionals, both authored by Susan Snedeker. These books are invaluable resources for practical and thorough strategies in DR planning. Utilizing these references will better equip you in conducting risk assessments, developing business impact analyses, BIA, and crafting, implementing, and continuously improving your disaster recovery strategies.